that it's happening. I love the Olympics so goddamn much. I love it. Trevor!
We got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for episode 8 of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to jump right into it today. Matt's got to get something off his chest. We're going to be talking about the Olympics. We got some fun questions for you, and then we're going to end it with a rapid-fire kind of trivia quiz questions for Matt and Trevor at the end of it. Let's get it. Let's get after it. A quizzical.
Gotcha.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a Quizlet. Did you ever use that in school? Or
No, that's way too new, isn't it?
oh, we used it.
Quizlet?
Well, we used it in grad school.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So that's a bit of
2016 and
on.
on.
Yeah, I don't think I ever remember using that.
That's how
Yeah,
they take
we're
attendance.
too old for that.
Are you showing up to class? Quizlet. Click.
Yeah, we
And-
didn't have anything during at least through high school. You didn't have even your own personal computer or anything.
You didn't have a personal computer in high school?
Well, I might have at home, but they didn't make me bring it into school.
Oh, we got computers in 6th grade.
Oh, fancy Chicago people.
How very posh.
Pinkies
Oh
up.
my
Someone's got too much money at their school.
Yes, we usually got our laptops in 6th grade. I don't know.
Did you know
when
that
you
Taylor
guys
went to
got
boarding
it.
school or something?
Yes. Us and the rest of the boys.
So you guys have been watching the Olympics, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of it?
Love the Olympics every night.
Every night? Do you catch prime time or do you stay up to date throughout the day?
I can't stay up to date during the day, obviously because it's during work hours. So it's really hard for me to catch it all. And also, it's just so much better when I get home and I have YouTube TV, so I can do the 4-box.
Yeah.
And I can have all the stuff going on. But usually, honestly, I'm on, KTTC, NBC to watch just all the primetime stuff. Because it also shows all the stuff that I really, really care about and like.
Yeah,
the
prime
track
time.
and
The
that kind
primetime
of
stuff is nice because it just zooms into the main stuff, but it shows you when I went in, it showed weightlifting. We got a medal. We got a medal in wrestling today.
We just gotta get on that Peacock Gold Rush. Then it shows you every
Oh,
gold medal, and
Gold
then it shows
Zone.
you Gold Zone. Sorry,
Gold Zone,
Gold
my man,
Is it legit?
incredible.
Yeah, they show you every
is
gold
so
medal.
great.
And then they also are focused on U.S. So
Every
if
gold
it's
medal
not
from
if there's not a
Every
gold
single
medal
one.
going on, then they focus on the U.S. athletes.
Well, have you ever seen Red Zone?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Oh.
So whenever a team enters the red zone,
Yep.
whenever
Yeah.
if there's
Flash to
a gold medal try,
Yep.
they flash
And then
to
if
it.
there's too much
It's
going
so
on, they
good.
bring up the 4 to 8 screens,
Yes,
whatever they need.
Exactly. It is honestly, and we talk a little media in the last one.
Yeah, we did.
This is the best use of NBC and Peacock I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
This totally is the reason why you get the Peacock subscription.
I literally just got it for this right now.
It's
So,
amazing.
like,
Are you guys going to use it afterwards?
100%, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
yeah.
right. Might have to look into it.
Yeah.
some decent stuff on there.
Well, football season's coming up.
Yeah.
There are only games on Peacock.
I didn't know that.
There's a couple
What-
that are only on Peacock only.
Interesting.
Which
Yeah.
day do they have? Are they just Sunday games? Or?
They've got the Friday. So they've got the Friday one.
Okay.
That is the first in the first week. So that's Green Bay and Philly in Brazil. But also they had a playoff game last year. They're going to have a playoff game this year.
Dang.
But I guess they're NBC technically, so Sunday Night Football. So I guess if you don't have regular cable and you just want Peacock, you
Do
can
they have a
watch
cheaper
that.
option when you do annual payments, or is it just
My
the
mommy
monthly
pays
now?
for Peacock.
Ah, ooh.
There it is.
So I don't know.
Love it, love it. Let's jump into it. Since the Olympics are going on, let's think about it tonight. Here's our question. If you are randomly dropped into a pro sporting event with your country's hopes and dreams on the line, which of the following would you most likely want to attempt? And here are our options. And then you guys can add some if you would like. A penalty kick. That's soccer. A free throw. Good old basketball. 25-yard field goal, which would have to be rugby.
Yeah, I think
Just
Right?
wait for the years of flag football.
Well, yeah.
Do they kick field goals in flag football?
I don't know.
No.
We don't know the rules
They
yet.
don't?
no, they don't do that.
Why?
How do they score an extra point?
Why
Do you-
would
or
they?
do you just go for 2?
You just go for it.
Okay, we'll get back to
No,
that.
it's like the NFL Street thing where you go from you get 1 point, so it's so much yardage away, and 2
Yeah.
points, so much yardage away.
So a 25-yard kick. I'm going to say rugby. A 6-foot putt.
Oh God, never.
We have
take
not.
that.
I would crack under that pressure.
6-foot putt. Let's say like a one shot in that single arm pistol shooting,
I'm not the guy from Turkey or wherever he was from. That's
or archery. I like archery, so I threw that one in there. What are you doing? Your country's gold medal is on the line. You're tied with China at 30 medals apiece, and you're the last event. You need to win gold.
They've called the wrong person.
No,
yeah,
they called the right person.
for sure. But
I see
Matt, we need you.
I see in the background right now they're doing like pole vault stuff, and honestly, I'm a little bit like drawn to that. Even though I think with my giant caboose, I could probably snap that pole in half.
so is that what you're choosing for your? If it came down to,
You're choosing a 14-foot pole jump.
Pole vaulting.
No, see all of these things: 6-foot putt, 6-foot putt, 6-foot putt. No, I would probably like crap my pants. That's never happening.
Straight uphill. Make
No.
it easy.
I think this is
No.
easy.
No,
It's free throw.
You think that's easy?
Easy. All these other ones, I would ruin it so easily.
yeah, I feel like it needs to be a qualifier on the free throw of like you
Well-
gotta make both. or
What if I
something like
tell
that.
you can't, Trev, because you've played a good amount of basketball in your
You're
career?
just changing the rules on me.
I am. I'm changing it on the go.
Well, it's not going to be archery. I haven't done enough archery to trust myself in that.
But are there
It's not going to
any-
be pistol shooting because I suck at shooting.
Are there any other things you can think of? Matt just said pole vault, but I don't think he's
he
going
was
to be
actually
going for
thinking
pole
that.
vault. But is there? Are you
I'm
running
not
a
doing
race?
any track and field. That'd be so screwed.
You don't want a long jump.
You know what? I could shot put for.
That
There's
dude,
not a chance.
Let me get that javelin in my hand.
do that funky dance as you're running down the runway.
I mean, just genuinely, I think the Olympics have really shown like these truly are the greatest athletes that we possibly ever have, and
It's unreal.
And watching them be able to perform and making it look effortless it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Does anyone
it's just
know
crazy.
actually how far they kick it from in rugby?
No, but I don't think it's straight on either.
No, it depends where you scored.
But
it's straight out from where
but
you
it's
scored.
it's
I think.
also
Yeah.
But for rugby,
didn't
it's
know
not
that.
that common of a thing.
No, the kicks are every time you
Isn't
do
it
a
like
try, which is score.
It's an
Okay.
extra point.
Yeah, it's 2
Right.
points.
Oh, it
but
is.
But basically, they're
Look at
doing
our
a punt.
rugby professional.
I
over there.
learned a little bit about it because I loved watching. I didn't realize that it was only 14 minutes long. That is awesome.
It's
rugby
so
game
quick,
is
dude.
14
It's so
minutes?
quick, dude.
For sevens, yeah.
total.
For 15s, it's 80 minutes, I think, and then for sevens, it's 14 minutes.
2 7-minute halves.
2 7-minute halves.
Wow,
It's fast.
that's quick.
And then the championships were 10 minutes. So I don't know like what a regular match is.
yeah.
But in the Olympics, it's 14 and 20.
I'm gonna go with handball.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with something related to handball
Yeah.
because after watching, let's say,
But what's the thing you can do? Is there like penalty shots?
score the ball, score.
Oh, it's
You just
down to the last second.
Just a straight up
You
score.
have the ball.
Straight up score. Yeah.
You're putting that on you to score the last goal.
Matt's going Matrix right by someone and throwing it between their legs, and it's going in.
Absolutely, exactly that. Yeah. I just think after watching it and how they throw around the perimeter and get close and kick it back and forth, and honestly, it's really interesting to watch them play because they clearly have some kind of a timer in their head, and they can do like the 2-step thing and like whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like you're really, really able to get that ball into space in a certain way, and that's my best shot. Is just whipping that thing as hard as I possibly can and
Open
getting it
space,
close.
baby.
Are you that bad at free throws?
I have never played organized basketball. It would
But
probably
have
not
you
go
shot
well.
from the free throw line?
Have I shot from
19
the free
feet
throw line?
9 inch. No, it's not 19.9. That's way too
No,
long.
that's way
12. 12? How far is it?
Maybe.
Unanswerable
Is it just
questions.
10? 12? I don't know.
That's a good question.
It's
There-
been too long. since I've seen
I
it.
would rather attempt that 6-foot putt than try to
Than
hit a
shoot
couple free
free
throws.
throws?
Yeah. for
What about
real.
one free throw?
Yeah, one free throw.
One free throw, but everything's
You're
on
tied.
the line.
One
no, you're
free
down
throw.
one. What if you're down one?
Ooh.
And you have to
then
shoot
you
one
have
free
to
throw.
make
That's
2
way more
then.
pressure.
Then you have to make 2.
Yeah, that's
No. I'm
that's
saying
the
not
tough-
to win it, just to go into overtime, let's say.
Oh, and then you let your
Like,
teammates do the
literally-
rest, so you just have one.
So if you miss it, you lose the game.
Then I don't get to come back to America.
No.
So
Yeah.
no, it's going to be a pass.
Well,
Honestly,
penalty kick, you might get murdered.
yeah,
the one that I think would be the most fun would be the penalty kick
yeah.
because
I think that's a I don't think I could put enough power on
I'm
it for what
taking-
those
Oh,
guys
no,
are
dude.
doing.
I'm
There's no
taking
way.
penalty kick. 100%.
You're taking penalty
Yeah.
kick?
Yeah, I'm going penalty kick.
Yeah,
It's 8 yards.
I mean, really, the goalies do
And the-
dive like on a prediction of which direction you're going. So,
Yeah.
like, if you just choose the right direction, theoretically, even if you don't kick it that hard, you could probably score it. But
Pretty much. They can read you, like your body language, but I'm taking penalty kick.
yeah, but can you even read yourself? You don't even know where
No,
you're going to kick.
no way. That thing can come off my foot so weird and it can go 30 yards over the freaking goal.
See, that's the problem with the penalty kicks. It's
like when I
what if you
swing-
do kick it 10 yards over the goal? Like,
So I mean, it's like when I swing at a volleyball.
how you gonna
You've
feel?
seen me swing at a volleyball where it's a perfect set and I just sail it 30 yards past the.
yeah, there's an interesting one. There you go,
Past the
Matt.
net?
How about you get a hit over those blocks in volleyball for the winning
I'm
point?
doing what I've seen other people do, just hammer it into the other people's arms and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two of them.
you know, I mean, that's our best bet. is
And on top
shorter
of that,
people.
after watching all this volleyball, they're just going to serve it out of bounds anyway, so who cares? Man,
Okay, better yet, how
It's
about this one?
crazy.
What if
True.
you had to receive the serve?
Ooh, one pass.
say goodnight. I'm crapping my pants.
Float serve, not a top.
Real
Or-
talk.
So he's beach volleyball now.
Real talk. You two would have done better than the Budinger team, right?
No, not a chance. You were at our last match.
Our listeners don't know, but they were Olympic hopefuls. They were still trying last Thursday, but
Yeah.
unfortunately didn't get
We'll
called
totally
up.
make it in
2028.
shortly here.
Our coach is really buttering
Yeah.
us up over there.
Yeah.
We'll be ready
20
for the U.S. Olympics.
2028, you guys will be there. I have
sure.
no doubt. Yeah, I have no doubt.
I'm
Taylor's
going-
got to fix his knees.
Yeah, exactly. I do. Yep. I'm gonna give you my knees,
So-
and we can figure something else out.
I'm saying handball, I think would be the one that like maybe I got a shot at.
Mhm.
Penalty kick would be definitely the most fun.
I'm going penalty kick.
The one that I would never try for the rest of my life would be the archery. I could not even imagine how that would go. The last time I shot a handgun, like the pistol one as well,
Yeah.
was my grandpa's Colt 45 when I was maybe 12 or 13 years old.
That gun was bigger than you.
Yeah, that thing kicked like crazy.
I'm well aware I'm not very good at shooting guns, so I would lose that.
Yeah.
Like,
The distance they shoot archery at is unreal.
It's so deceiving when you see the close up of them.
Oh, it's nuts.
Because all you see when they do the filming is the close up of them shooting.
Yep.
And then you see where it ends up.
Close up of the
And
target.
then you see like an actual like
Yeah.
the drone footage of it all, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's 70 yards they just shot. Okay.
I shoot into the garage. I have a good target, and the end of my driveway is 40 yards.
did you ever
And
put one in the wall?
I have.
So you're not doing archery
I
for
have.
this one.
He's not doing archery.
Yeah.
That's far. They're probably twice that, if not a little bit farther. They're probably like 60, 70 yards out.
Well, did you see that one girl for the U.S. that I don't remember what her name was, but she started out really strong, and then she continued to do strong, but like she started shaking in one of her
No, I
in one of
didn't.
the rounds or heats or whatever they call them in the archery, and she was still hitting like 10s and 9s every
Like
time.
legit shaking when she drew the
Yeah, you
bow
could see
back.
her arm just like shaking.
And I don't
completely.
think they're compound bows. Two, they don't have a not a quiver because that's the thing the arrow goes through. Or a release. They don't have a release. It's all finger stuff. Yeah, it's wild.
Wow.
Archery's crazy.
All fingers.
All finger stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. As God intended.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
What's on your mind, buddy? Your brain's stewing over there.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna-
can't hold it in.
We're gonna be talking about Olympics for the rest of this, but I just need a minute because I just think this whole facade needs to end about Costco. So Sam and I became Costco members a month ago.
Congrats.
We've gone twice. No, don't congratulate.
Welcome
me.
to the club.
No. Welcome to the cult. More like
Yeah.
Welcome to the
It's
cult.
not false. Yeah, it's true.
And maybe this is Rochester specific, and I know our audience is very broad, and lots of people will be able to weigh in on this.
We're in 4 countries right now
4 countries, absolutely.
and 38 states.
Sure.
You
Why
say
not?
we?
Why not? That's a royal we, right? Like we.
No.
Okay.
That's us
Okay.
as a group. Okay, continue.
There has to be something that happens to a person when they enter the Costco parking lot where they lose complete sense of reality. They just completely forget what it's like to be a human, what it means to feel, to act, to have common sense, more than anything else to have peripheral vision.
Does this happen to you too?
No, it doesn't happen to me. No, I'm quite focused when I'm in there.
Sure.
I have a job to do. It's not mess around time. It's not, oh, let's go shop for a 4-pack of TVs. No, it's I have things to
He's
accomplish.
a get in and get out kind of guy.
Yes. I'm not looking to get, oh boy, do you think they have the 78-ounce tube of toothpaste? Because, God, I don't want to buy toothpaste for the rest of my life. I think it'll be good for
Oh, my
now, right?
goodness.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And just, I mean, just generally. And Taylor, I guess it would be a way to say you're a simp for Costco. You're a Kirkland boy.
I'm a Kirkland guy.
You're a Kirkland guy.
I'm a Kirkland guy through and through.
And for the record, Trevor is nothing. He is completely agnostic. He is just a lover of taking advantage of people's Costco memberships, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So he's just
Won't
a
be able to
mooch.
do that for long.
Yeah. So big
Yeah, after he makes everyone drop from Costco.
big Costco's coming down on this thing. I just feel like people get into that store, they get the cart that is 17 times too large, but not for Costco stuff because God forbid we have anything that's
So
sort
you
of
get
normal
one
size.
item at Costco and it's already the size of a cart. So
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like people when they get in that store and they're like, we have completely lost sense of what the world is actually like here. We are bound to the parameters of this circus, this cavalcade of nonsense, of gluttony and sin, that we have to be able to be like, oh, hon, grab the 10 pack of jeans and the 72 box of Pop-Tarts and somehow get... I literally just did this. I got $20 of chicken thighs.
Oh yeah.
There were 10 pounds of them. How is that ethical? How is that correct? There's no freaking way.
I mean, it's like what I
that is
said
correct.
earlier. If you have like Taylor's eating habits, he's pretty consistent with his
Costco's
food.
nice.
So like he
I
just goes through
realize.
he can buy them in jumbo packs. It
I
doesn't matter.
realize we have a glutton among us. I understand that. I have never in my life been more like run down by people when I am stationary, grabbing something out of a freezer section of like mother with 4 kids, family of, I'm not going to even gender this, family of 4 coming down, like hitting me in my ankles as I'm like just trying to get the 16-pack of hot dogs out of there. Like, it is insane.
While they're eating samples.
Exactly. While they're like, oh my God, I really love this unnecessary English muffin. Oh my goodness, they only sell it in a 52-pack.
Let's get 2 of them.
Exactly. Because we're going to be able to eat all of this in a week and a half. Matt's back now. That was somebody else. I say all this to also say I'm not going to cancel my Costco membership.
Yep, there it is.
Because it is insane that you can go in there and basically buy like 3 pounds of, name your fruit. And
Bananas.
it'll be $7.
Pineapples.
It'll
Taylor's
be $8.
favorite watermelon.
Watermelon.
Danielle bought a watermelon recently, and it was really good. Every time she gets one, I try a little
you
bit more.
literally just said
I
last
don't like it
podcast
still.
that you
I
don't like
still
watermelon.
don't like it, but I'm trying. I'm trying, guys.
But now you
That's
just
a
said
good
it's
boy.
really good.
That's a good boy.
I'm trying. But yes, you're right. Their fruit's cheap. Mangoes, peaches, pears.
How ethical wise? What kind of a farming like system do they have that is suppressing people so badly that they are able to have these kind of prices?
No
And don't tell me it's my $60 membership every single year, because that is not paying for all of that.
You went with a 60. Nice.
I went with a cheap one.
There's
What am I,
another
a
option?
businessman?
We got the business one. Yeah.
Oh, of course they got a business.
Oh,
It's-
yeah. Okay.
They got a business.
But it's $120 for the year,
So I'm just
which is nothing.
So I'm just wondering, as someone who partakes
Yeah.
and has sweatshirts with their logos,
I got a
and,
Don't
putter.
forget his golf balls and, everything.
yes,
yeah.
well, also I have Kirkland balls. As
There
well,
we
so
go.
I shouldn't,
Well, I mean, a
shouldn't
lot of
say
people
too
do,
much.
but
just in general,
Yep.
of going through that place, when is the time that I am actually supposed to be there? Because I have not
man.
found it. And honestly, I will never go on a weekend ever again.
Nope.
Because the first time I ever went was
It's a
Saturday
disaster.
morning, and it was like all of the beasts of Rochester came out.
Yep. It's a disaster.
So what am
But
I
it's
supposed
fun.
to do here?
See, I like going on the weekends because I'm a people watcher. It's fascinating at that place.
You like watching all the slack-jawed yokels just
Oh,
walk
yeah.
around,
Oh yeah, you'd
sipping on smoothies they'll never ever buy?
if you didn't know me, I'm probably that guy rolling through the middle of the aisle, extremely slow, taking my time, just kind of watching everything, and you're trying to get to your thing really fast.
In what scenario do you ever need to buy like 50 granola bars?
You don't. I don't know.
You know what, Danny, come over here. We're talking about Costco. Can you? I'll hand the mic to her
Okay.
because I honestly want to know.
Yep.
I want to know both of your perspectives. This
Okay.
is Danny. She's the only reason why we're here today, folks. Why should I continue my Costco membership after this year?
Kirkland.
See, it's simple. It runs in the family.
We've
Just
got
because of a brand name. That's it.
$5 rotisserie chickens.
Which they also lose millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars on.
I'm sorry.
To
I'm sorry.
get
I gotta.
you in there.
That's
Oh, I have
nonsense.
another answer. Toilet paper.
How much are you pooping that you need that much toilet paper? You have a business to run, so it makes sense.
Not gonna use it though, like eventually.
Brother, I'm going to use it, of course.
Well, the better question is how many people are pooping at their business?
How many people are taking dumps at your business?
That is a good
I
question.
don't know that I want to know.
That is a good question.
They be pooping at Attain Chiropractic.
Hey,
I mean, it's part of what you pay for.
you have to.
Yeah.
Use the restroom there too.
When is the best time to go to Costco though? That's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're helping Matt with because he's struggling with that. So we're trying to help him.
Just overall, assuming that you don't have a work life, 10 a.m. on a Wednesday.
There you go. Can you ask your boss to go to Costco at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday for a quick 45-minute stroll?
Also,
No.
like an hour before they close.
Okay. And you can assure me that I am not going to run into, again, I mentioned them before, slack-jawed yokels that apparently have no life of their own, so they just decide, I'm just going to spend the afternoon at Costco. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a whole meal there and get my 28 croissants, and I'm going to only eat 3 of them.
Can't wait till the day you just randomly run into Taylor really casually just strolling at slow motion down an aisle.
I have no doubt about it.
Wednesday at 10.
When we go to Costco, we have paper towels, toilet paper, dog food, sparkling water, 30-pack for like $8.
Yep.
Chicken nuggets,
Yep.
pizza,
Yep.
ground beef,
Yep.
probably like some sort of pork, like massive thing.
Oh, pork shoulder? Or pork belly.
Or a loin or whatever.
That's what you need to start doing. You are a meat
Some
guy.
sort of snack that we absolutely do not need. 7 billion tortillas.
Yep.
The biggest bag of rice you can imagine. Whatever you're picturing, picture bigger.
25 pounds plus.
And collagen.
5-pound bag of rice.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
show you it
Show
in the
me
house.
with your hands. How big is this thing?
Yeah, it's sitting down there right now.
Honestly, big bag of rice I'm in for.
Yeah.
Because
No, I agree.
I don't ever want to run out of it.
You're about to have a kid. Costco's going to be your best friend.
Yes, I realize diapers wise, like we're gonna be set for a while. It just some of this feels very, very unnecessary to me.
We just got $105 back from Costco because we spent so much money there.
But is that
Boom.
the business deal or is that anyone?
No,
can
I
get it?
think he
That's
can get
probably-
that with
that's
his
probably
membership. He got the 60.
How much do you have to spend to get this thing?
You get like 2% back on each
I
purchase.
spent $2 million at Costco and I got $100 back.
All you math nerds out there, don't do that math really fast. But,
2% is better than 0.
well, yeah, but then they know how much we spend at Costco over the year. We only go once a month, which we're really good at.
I'm sure. Only
Yeah.
once a month. I am
We got it budgeted into our books.
I'm just struggling more than anything else because I've gotten into such a bad habit of doing grocery pickup. So I just do this bad boy right at the beginning of the day, and then I go and pick it up when I'm done working for the day and throw that stuff in the back. I don't have to make eye contact with the boy that brings it out.
You literally
and then we just go.
pop the trunk and you're off.
Don't say a damn word to him.
Wow.
It's great.
Trevor's not a Costco guy.
Trevor, thoughts?
They got a good deal for a hot dog and a pop.
$1.50.
Don't when you go to the store, don't you like want to push the cart and like pick the
No.
stuff. Like if you're gonna pick up a
No.
watermelon, you trust somebody else to pick your watermelon.
Either way, it's going to be garbage.
I got a good one. You want to try it?
That is a good. Yeah, it is really good.
I've
It's
I've
juicy.
heard tell about this watermelon.
Yeah, it's
apparently
juicy.
it's converted your husband to liking watermelon, which is the fruit that does not taste like anything really.
Still not good.
It's like just water. Which doesn't really.
That is
yeah.
a great question, though. You let other people pick out your meat and
See-
your fruit?
See, meat wise, it's hard.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to catch myself here, because usually I still have to go in and buy my own meat, and then I go and get my grocery.
So you're in the store.
Yes,
You
yes,
walk around for
yes.
10 minutes and then you're like, no, someone else has to do
Oh
this.
my goodness.
Because the problem is, and listen, this is from the worker perspective, and I can say this as a former meat man in Walmart.
Nice.
People don't really care about what kind of meat they get. They just want to see that the expiration date is a certain thing or whatever it is. Whatever.
That's real. That's a real statement.
Genuinely, yeah.
That's definitely true.
Wow. Okay.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
It still doesn't answer the question from Costco.
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to sell 7 pounds of pork shoulder for conservatively $17?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
Doesn't it seem weird?
They have to have these farmers contracted somehow.
Right. Where are they making it up?
So I read an article, and their soda is
Oh, watch out.
actually like more expensive per can than if you're buying it other places. And like a bunch of other things are like they're getting for dirt cheap, but they sell it. So like for example, like the chair that I want, the like lawn chair, selling it for $50.
She's been asking for this chair for about 2 years.
Okay. Really, then I'm curious about more than anything else.
Can you get the lawn chair without 40 more of them?
Yes, they actually come in 1-packs.
No, I'm sorry. We only sell in the 10-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a whole
So we're going to have to
audience
do the
at
10-pack
your- yeah.
tonight. Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Your whole garage is going to be
Buy
filled
10
with lawn
chairs.
chairs.
They're so
but-
good.
No, sorry. You have to buy an entire fleet. I hope you're okay with spending $1,200 on
Movie
chairs.
night at your guys' place is going to be wild
It's
when she
gonna be
brings 100
crazy.
chairs.
No. We spent $2,500 on an entire outdoor patio. We'll bring it over. It's fine.
They got
It's
$100
okay.
back.
Yes. Really, what I'm curious about, and I have not tested this out for myself, so I'm curious for your guys' thoughts. How actually is the food? Because the food that you buy at the food court, do you actually eat that stuff? Like I'm a hot dog man
Yeah.
myself.
They're good.
I like it.
But honest to God, I am not going to Costco or a grocery store to be like, get me a slice of pizza on my way out the door.
You know how many people do that?
It is not a slice; it's a fourth of a pizza.
Yeah, it's
And their
huge.
hot
huge.
dogs are actually legit. Well, now being gluten free, it's stupid. I can't eat it, but I definitely
You can't eat the hot
promote
dog?
it.
I like the hot
Well, the
dogs
bun.
there.
I can eat the
I mean,
hot dog.
You
Matt,
can get
how many
the
options in Rochester have
good
Yeah,
hot
where are you
dogs.
anything
going?
decent
Where
for hot
else?
dogs?
Where else are you getting hot dogs? Because they're selling you some weird stuff.
Yeah. Costco's pretty much the only option, and they're pretty decent, I think.
Again, it's just the concept to me of like, boy, I just went shopping. What am I going to do now? I'm not going home. I'm getting a hot dog.
I don't even go shopping. I just go there, get a hot dog, and see ya.
And that's where I want to come into this conversation because they're going to make you scan in soon. And I think
Yeah,
that's
but I
a
can
No,
still
okay.
go with you.
Here's the ritual.
I
You go
think.
in,
I
you
don't
get
know.
your
I'm pretty
Diet
sure I can.
Pepsi, you go shopping with said Diet Pepsi, you exit with a hot dog.
It's like
Or
when you
here's
go to-
Into
Here,
the
better
line
yet,
where they have
Taylor,
to check mark your little receipt to say that you didn't steal anything.
I send you in to get a hot dog, you bring it out.
I could.
It's like-
And I'm curious because if they're going to make us start
Trevor
scanning in-
standing in the parking lot right in the middle
no,
of
I'm
traffic.
not even standing. I'm sitting on the
Hot
curb
dog.
just eating a hot dog with my pop. Sending Taylor in for refills.
how much
Legit a foot long.
how much money potentially can they lose because of people like Trevor coming in with someone like me spending, let's say, $200
But that's the
on
thing. They're probably
stuff?
losing on me. Like, especially if I'm coming in and buying from that food court area. That's where
No,
they're losing
they
money.
can't be
no,
losing.
okay.
No way.
You can buy a pack of those hot dogs, and it's like
You can. They're really good.
I mean,
frozen.
it's got to
Not
be like I
frozen,
don't know
but
how much it is, but it's probably
cooked.
like $15 for 1,000 of them. I don't even
Well,
know.
I'm
They're
not-
selling it for $1.50.
I'm not saying the hot dog, but I'm pretty sure they've announced that they're losing a lot of money on the food court thing.
They lose money on a lot of their
Sure,
hot
just
food.
like hiring workers to work it.
Yeah, probably.
Rotisserie chicken, they lose millions every single year, like 30
can
plus
look up
million.
this
I just looked up this today because I was like, okay, I'm going to contribute to this conversation. And they lose a ton of money.
Are we convincing Matt to become a Costco?
No, he already has one and he's not giving it up.
I am. I'm not giving it up because you have to pay for a full year, so I'm full year committed.
And he's got diapers to go through now.
When he
Man, we got a lot of diapers though.
You do.
I don't know if I'm gonna have to buy
Everyone
any
I've
more for
ever
that
heard
age.
from always says that you never have enough.
You know what you're gonna need to
Yes.
buy more of? Wipes.
But do you have the variety
No,
of
we got a lot of
sizes?
wipes.
You think
We
you do.
we do.
Okay,
I
that's good.
promise you we do. We have so many that we can't keep them in the baby's room. We have to keep them in the garage for right now to like be able to mitigate some of that time.
Listeners, Matt's expecting a child, his first child in about 2 weeks. So
Sam could call me right now and I would have to leave.
Danielle
We'll
would
just
have
get
to
in the
step
car with
in
you, bring this- all
and-
these mics and
Yeah,
just
that
sit
would be
there.
sweet. How would Sam like that?
That's the first video podcast we do of Sam giving birth.
Oh no!
Millions and millions of views we pay for your hospital visit.
All right. So this was just my thing. I'm curious from other people what they think. So comment on the podcast whenever it goes up to let me know.
Costco's great.
I'm obvious, like I said, I'm not giving it up, but I just don't understand what happens to people when they get inside the building itself. Because
Yeah.
they go absolutely insane, and also their liquor store sucks. It sucks. They got like 4 beers you can choose from.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
not
I guess if
hard
you're going
liquor.
beers,
Did you go
yes.
into the alcohol, like the hard alcohol? Because like you can get, what is it called, Basil Hayden's?
You can get Basil Hayden.
Way cheaper
You can
than
get
if you go,
Booker's,
you know.
Angel's Envy. You can get it cheaper, yes,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
yeah, if you're looking for, and honestly, like Kirkland vodka, Kirkland whatever the brand is pretty good.
That can be a whole podcast.
You do have
Kirkland
a point,
tequila.
though. They need to work on their
Kirkland
beer
rum.
selection.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have
Yeah.
hams. Could be a
Well,
sponsor.
Could be a sponsor, but they aren't.
Yeah, one day.
Not yet.
One day.
Not
Well,
yet
do
on
they
my
not
speed.
have hams there?
No, they don't have hams.
They do not have hams.
What are
baby
they?
boy.
Got what? Coors?
Coors, Busch, Bud Light,
Do they even have McGolden?
Sam Adams, McGolden,
They have the big domestic ones.
Shandy,
So
And then the-
hams is there then?
Yeah,
seltzers.
not hams.
Not hams.
Not hams.
Hams should be. They got good wine. They got good alcohol. Yeah, I don't know. Matt, how long have you had the membership?
1 month.
Okay. Let's reconvene at this conversation in about, let's say, 4 or 5 months after like a couple Thursdays of football, when you need to be like, oh man,
When
it's
Matt's-
it's my turn to cook. I need to
When
run
he's
to
finally the
Costco.
guy losing his mind in the parking lot,
Yeah.
running in there to go steal the hot dogs
Yeah,
from someone or
exactly.
whatever.
Every Thursday, I'll see Trevor standing in the parking lot slurping down a dog.
Yeah,
He's like-
I just got some random stranger to buy.
Taylor's
it,
in there right now. If you wanna grocery shop with him, he's gonna bring me another hot dog later.
No,
He's
he's a
gonna-
refill on pop. That's what it is.
Okay, all right.
He's gonna come to that first football watch party on Thursday with 3 Costco-sized pizzas.
And it will feed all 3 of us.
The best part is
One will.
Yeah,
you'll
those
get
things
it
are
will.
massive.
They're huge.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
I don't. Okay, 2 will. And you'll get out of there for $18 or less. You'll get 2 pizzas from Costco for $20.
Again, it's just disturbing when I buy chicken thighs and it's $19 for 10 pounds. Because then I'm wondering, boy, is this actually chicken? I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right. Like chicken,
I love
tastes
it.
like chicken. You're
I
good.
love Costco. I'm a avid goer. It's great. People watching. I hope I run into Matt there one of these days. I hope I.
I
run
hope
into
you
Matt.
are on one of your like super slow moving.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be.
staring at people, and you're just staring at Matt the whole time. That's
I'm going
what
to
it's
drive
be.
up and down the lanes, look for his vehicle, and then go in like, Matt's here. Let's do this. Glasses on, cowboy hat on, Crocs on. Let's go.
Crocs, not the boots.
No boots.
I thought you only wore that for weddings.
The cowboy hat.
With the with the Crocs and everything like that. That's very fancy attire.
I'm actually wearing that to the next wedding we're going to. Actually, no, the next one we're going to is pretty bougie. Maybe one next year that I have in mind.
So I have to bust out the old maroon suit jacket.
Yeah,
huh?
Crocs
Yeah,
and
oh,
cowboy
yeah.
hats.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's go. What do you say we get back to the Olympics?
Yes, sir.
What's going on right now? Can you still see what's going on in there?
We have synchronized swimming or
Ooh.
artistic swimming, whatever it is. I saw them moonwalking the other day, and I was like, oh, I would drown within a minute.
In the water?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, the feet were above the water, and then they were doing all the action underneath. So it was really cool.
Okay, that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know what country did that. I think it was the U.S. But
would you're not putting that in one of your most exciting moments of the Olympics so far, are you?
No. Honestly, I don't know if you guys feel this way as well, but this Olympics has been just incredible.
It's been great.
Like, it's been so good. Like, so much better than the Tokyo Olympics because of the pandemic and
Yeah.
everything like that. Like,
Just the
that
vibe around it is way
That was
better.
so hard watching that and just having the empty arenas and everything like that. But watching it, the Rio ones were also really,
I actually
really good
find it
too.
hilarious to watch, like especially watching like volleyball and stuff. Like when someone gets a block, the entire crowd. It doesn't matter what side gets the block. It's just the whole crowd going crazy.
But for me, it's been the sports that I really grew up watching, gymnastics and swimming. Not obviously the interpretive swimming or anything like that, but watching like Katie Ledecky and Tori Husk and Caleb Dressel didn't really swim a whole lot, but there's been a lot of like really, really amazing swimming and gymnastics that have gone on. Especially like watching the men's team has been incredible for this gymnastics side of things because they've been so bad for so long.
Yeah.
And they
had
actually
a lot of
got
hype around them this year.
They actually got bronze this year, and it was just amazing. I don't know if you guys
interviews.
The
if you saw any
energy
of
those
Oh,
dudes
incredible.
have around each other.
Yeah.
Danielle and I have talked about this. The energy those dudes have around each other is unreal. And then you compare it to the female side of things when like they're doing
Well, they have
events
so
or
much
like
pressure on them where these guys are just like
I
out
was
there
gonna
having
say
fun.
the guys were probably just up there like like you just said, having fun. They were a little bit more free doing what they're doing. The girls, they're expected to do good, especially with Biles
If they
on
went
the
to get
team.
gold, there'd been angry people
Yeah.
for no reason because none of us can do that crap. So
They did
like,
get golden all around, right? I mean,
yeah,
as,
they got
as a
golden
team.
all around
The
they got
women, yeah.
team.
Yep.
I think what's amazing is just, especially watching from the gymnastics side of things, and not just the U.S. team, because there's a lot of other really, really great countries competing in it. This is such a specialized, like, kind of athletic talent that is not replicated in anything that anyone else does. And seeing, like, Steven, I gotta get his name
I
correct.
don't know his last name. Are you talking
tried
about the
so
gymnastics
hard.
guy?
Clark Kent is what you meant.
Steven Nadarasic. I think I'm getting that right.
I don't know.
The guy who is literally the pommel horse specialist.
Yeah.
Who is closing his eyes for most of the Olympics. And I remember watching it with Sam, and I was like, that dude is about to do something absolutely incredible, or he is about to poop his pants.
Yeah.
He is going to do one of those things.
And he did incredible.
And he got on that pommel horse, eyes closed, because I don't think that man can see past
Well, I
2
don't think
feet.
he
in
didn't
front
have
of him.
to close his eyes. They were already
he
basically
squints
the
when he's
equivalent.
looking at the pommel horse.
Yeah.
He's like,
Wild.
he's doing all that. Yeah, like blind.
And just watching that kind of stuff happen, and like there is literally nobody else in this world that can kind of do that kind of athletic talent.
No.
Nobody in the entire world. Track and field, I mean, even swimming to a degree, but like watching all of those guys compete in that kind of stuff. I mean, it was just like, I can't believe I don't watch this stuff more often, because I know that there's gymnastics championships and like there's yearly types of things.
You can watch most of these sports all year round
Exactly.
if you have the right outlets.
Even like the floor routines for the men's, it's like randomly in the middle of it, they're just like breakdancing, and it's like they make it look so easy.
But the way that everybody's able to get up, and like the rings routines, and like and the one thing that I was telling Sam, like the one thing that gets me absolutely crazy and like actually makes me like kind of deeply uncomfortable watching because I'm so nervous, is like the double bars for when they're competing.
Double bars.
The-
The,
yeah,
uneven
uneven
bars.
bars.
The uneven
For the
bars
females,
where they're going back and
Well,
forth.
don't both of the
No,
or no, the men's
the-
doesn't do
do-
the uneven.
they do the high
one-
bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
When they're going back and forth between those two things, and they can't even look back. They just have to know
Trust it.
that it is back there because of the routines that they've done.
Yep.
To see that happen, I am like, I don't know what level you ever have to get to be able to get that,
Although
but it's amazing.
It's so
even
much more
crazier is you
incredible.
watch. I saw one of them just like wipe out and basically like face plant in the warm ups, and then she
The USA girl
destroyed it in the
in qualifying. Like
Was
not
it
e-
Suni Lee or
yeah,
who was-
I think so.
and then she
face
just
plants on
killed
her
it
stomach.
when she was actually doing it. It's like, how do you recover from just face planting and then
Yeah.
go and do an awesome routine?
And most of these athletes, I would say 90% of these athletes are everyday humans. Like you wouldn't be able to pick them out on the street.
Yeah,
Well,
Take-
the women's gymnasts, you
Okay,
would.
no,
'Cause
so
they're
and then I
like
have
The
in there,
women's gymnast being 4'7", they might be a little
They're
hard
a little
to spot.
unique.
take away women's gymnastics, take away men's basketball, take away women's basketball, take away Katie Ledecky, take away the big time like the Noah Lyles, take away those individuals, you will not be able to pick these guys out on the street. I don't
No.
think, and that's what makes it so special. Like you said, they're so specialized in their sport that they've been practicing for 4 years, along with working, along with having a family, along with doing all that stuff. I would think. I'm guessing a lot of them aren't sponsored, and if they are, maybe they're getting some money help to
Well, it's
go
just
to Paris.
Mostly the featured athletes.
That's
of
what
our
I
team
mean.
Are the only ones that are probably
and,
sponsored, really.
and they're giving up. They're not giving up much, but they're giving up stuff to make it to the Olympics and compete for 9 seconds or let's say an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy.
And it goes back to something like the Cole Hawker race that happened yesterday. And I was
What race was that again?
That was the 1500.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
And him, again, being kind of a relatively unknown guy. I think he had done well in the World Championships the year before, as far as running goes. But he's still a college guy, so he's fairly young, whatever.
Yep.
And he's able to pull that out at the very last second, and just amazing, just incredible that these people can set world records, paces that they've never hit before in their entire lives, on this stage,
Yeah.
in front of these people, and credit to the people of Paris. Like, people have shown out for this thing. Every single venue that I'm seeing is like packed to the absolute max. Even when I was
Other
watching
than with delays and stuff.
yeah,
Paris
e-
has done a good job.
even when I'm watching like ping pong at certain times, which is its whole other
I can't even
miraculous
see
thing.
the ball when that's going on.
I
Like,
cannot
don't even know what
see
happened.
them when they serve it. I cannot see the ball until it gets to the other side.
It's badminton too.
badminton.
it's
It's basically you
Crazy.
just watch one person celebrate and you're like, oh, that guy scored.
Oh
okay.
yeah. No, it's wild. Like I was saying, we were in Tennessee, and right when the Olympics started, we watched the opening ceremony. We did all that stuff, and then I
The
think
opening ceremony, speaking of that, was really cool too.
it was how they did
It was
the boats.
cool that they didn't have because usually you have one stadium and then a bunch of acts come on stage.
Everyone walks in
This was
too.
actually it was almost like watching a parade
in the
kind of thing.
absolute pouring rain.
Yeah.
Like it was, and you couldn't even tell on TV, but
Man.
it was pouring.
I gotta tell you, just from somebody that has been in Paris, I cannot believe anyone would set foot in the river sea.
I was going to ask you about that
Well,
because I knew
they
you
I
would
were
know
cannot
it.
announcing
believe
that the
it.
whole time. They were saying
They
that they
swam in
cleaned it
that.
up a lot, which I thought was funny because then they shot a whole bunch of stuff into it. But
They swam in that. Did you know that? They did the
Yes.
triathlon
Yeah.
in
Yes.
what's the river called?
But when did you go? Is it supposed to be cleaned up
a couple
lot
years ago.
Since then,
Okay,
because I mean, I'm still not saying it's great. But-
I'm saying from when Sam and I went there a couple years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago now, when we were in Paris and we went on a river cruise.
Yeah.
They have boats going out in the River Seine all the time.
So you're basically doing the same thing as the Olympic teams.
Yes, basically. I'm
Yeah.
pretty much an
You're
Olympian.
pretty
yeah,
much an
he's an
Olympian.
Olympian.
Going in there, I was like, this is like poop city. Like, it
Yeah.
is the grossest
That
thing.
nasty?
Like, I could not even fathom if a fish could exist in this river. Like,
And yet
it was
somehow you
so
know there is
disgusting when we were there, and it stunk. But also, mind you, it was like 110 in Paris.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's
When'd you go?
That does not help.
Like this time.
You did.
Honestly, I think probably this time 2 years ago.
Yikes.
Which really, the temperature was like that again this year too.
Yeah.
Though.
So I'm curious what you guys think as far as like the Olympic Games go. If there's been any that have like stuck out to you of like, man, I didn't even like think that this existed. I can't believe this is existing. Like, it's just been every single night. I have been so excited to watch.
Yeah.
Again, not even Americans participate in this, but just a random
Just in
group
general.
of
My
people.
new interest here is the canoe slalom.
Oh
races.
yeah, Trevor
Those-
was telling
I
me about
loved
this.
them.
I didn't
They were
see
so
any
fun.
of it.
That's intense, man.
Yeah,
That's
Didn't
they're
you use-
crazy intense, and every single person they'll be behind by 3 seconds, which seems impossible to come back from, and then they'll magically do it, and then at the very end they'll ruin something and
Didn't
lose.
you
So you don't know
say-
who's gonna win it.
Didn't you say there's obstacles that they have to go under the water too? Like
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't
in the
just,
kayak crossing. So they introduced that one new, and now 4 people going at once, and you can basically push off each other and stuff. And then there's certain times where I only watched one of them, so I'm
Yeah.
not exactly sure how it works. But there's like a bar, and you literally have to do a barrel roll under it, so you have to go under the water.
It's like when it
Yeah.
reminds me of crashed ice.
Crash dice.
Crushed
What is
ice,
that?
crashed ice that they have in St. Paul every year. Red Bull, those
I don't know
ice
that one.
skaters like fly. You don't know what crushed ice is or crashed ice? I don't even know
I
what
don't
it's called.
think so.
Red Bull comes in and puts up a huge stadium, a huge ice downhill slalom stadium for ex-hockey players, people who know how to ice skate, and they go really, really, really fast. And that's what the canoe stuff reminds me of. And you're just sitting there like, what the heck? I'll have to send you guys some videos of it, but it should
Yeah.
be.
I
every
highly
single
recommend
one.
watching some of that if you guys haven't been paying attention to it. It's intense.
I watched.
It's crazy, man.
and-
It's crazy.
And I think you've touched on it, Matt. Just the Olympics as a whole, like how gifted these everyday, they're not even everyday people, but like almost everyday people are at these individual events that they work on for 4 years is nuts. Like,
I know there's like a few
I was-
outliers too, but this has been the most even Olympics that I remember watching. Like,
Yeah.
have you guys ever seen so many people be so close to winning? Like
yeah, there's been a lot
On all
of, there's
these-
been a ton of close races.
we're used to like Usain Bolt being the one that's just way out there. Michael Phelps winning all of his races, and
I was watching road racing the very first weekend, and this is like how I get into the Olympics. Like anything USA, I'm like, okay, sweet. I got someone to support. There's someone in this race. I'm invested.
Yeah, you got a dog in the fight. You
Yeah,
watch
so
it.
we were watching it, and it was rainy in Paris that first weekend, and this girl was supposed to medal. I can't remember her name, and she fell 5 times.
oh yeah, that's Taylor.
Do you remember her name?
I don't remember her last name. Her first name's Taylor.
But she kept getting up. She went right back to racing. Kept getting up, right back to racing. Kept getting up, right back to racing. You're just sitting there like, man, all right, I'm into this. Like,
Those
and then
roads were insane. I
they
don't know
were.
how anyone was biking.
And
with
then I
those.
watched it for the next 35 minutes, hoping that she could potentially get back to maybe a podium spot. Like, that's
Yeah.
the kind of investment that
What
I
did
was
she
like,
get like 10th or something?
yeah, I think she ended up being top 10, but it was when you fall once,
you're screwed.
you're screwed, let alone. And she
Well,
was
did
up-
you see the guy from France that in cycling
Biking?
it
No.
broke at the end? He was like panicking.
his chain?
Yeah, or I don't know what it was,
I
but
didn't
he had
see
to get
that.
a new bike. But he was ahead by enough that he actually still won it.
Mountain?
And then it was really cool at the end. He like stopped at the Eiffel Tower.
I did see
and
that.
lifted
I
his
did see
arms.
that. The long
That would be a cool picture.
And he destroyed everybody.
he won by a minute.
Won by quite a bit.
He won by
yeah.
a minute because
A
he
full
But he would have
minute,
won
that's
by
insane.
way more than that if he didn't
Yeah.
have his bike break down.
he turned his bike sideways. He did the good old LeBron James
That is
throw up the
sweet.
chalk thing right in front of the Eiffel Tower. It was legit.
Picture perfect.
Badminton's unreal. I watched singles, doubles, and mixed doubles badminton. The reaction time on all those athletes, it's kind of like ping pong. Well, it's not kind of like ping pong, but it's the same kind of reaction time as ping pong. Unreal.
It's crazy that they can hit it so hard, so fast, but then it like dies.
Yeah, it dies.
And then bam, bam, bam,
Yep.
bam, back and forth. Like seeing them have that kind of hand-eye coordination to be able to
Yep.
Yeah, it's
control it into certain areas.
And then they control it. They can slow it down and like do those little dink shots right over the net.
Yeah.
And then they pop it up a million feet in the air, and then they're just unleashing on this thing. I'm like, oh my
I
goodness.
feel like it's a game where you almost have to predict where it's being. I don't like. How are you reacting to this thing?
Yeah. I don't know.
in instincts wise, these athletes have to be just on like the upper echelon of society, of be able to handle that, because
Yeah.
you're a badminton player, you're a ping pong person, whatever it is, you have to be prepared for anything and basically just let your body take over of what you're going to do. Like, I just feel like a lot of these people's strategy has to kind of go out the window, and you just have to be able to rely on everything that you've been doing for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And granted, that's the big part of it. They've been training for this for 4 years.
Yeah.
Nobody picks this up 3 months before the Olympics is supposed to start.
I think
and
I'm
be
going to go
like,
to the Olympics this
I
year.
feel so bad for
I
the
think I'll
people
do
you
it.
can see their nerves get the best of them.
Man, could
That's
you even
just-
imagine though?
So much
Could
time
you?
that
Could you? And this is one of the things that I think about for like one of the sports that has really surprised me, of how invested I've been in, is water polo.
Okay.
water polo's been fun.
Now the Americans were not really in it.
Men
Granted.
and women, or
What are you talking about?
both?
We're still in. We won today.
Not in it that much though. Like they're probably not.
Sure,
gonna-
they're probably not going to win, but what
They're
are
probably
they in
not
the
gonna
quarter? Or...
Yeah, they're yeah.
So they just won the quarterfinals.
But it is incredible to see people be able to basically swim a basketball court back and forth, tread water for all that time, and then still be able to rise out of the water and throw a ball.
I don't get
and,
how they get so high out of the water.
And also, yeah, so how, momentum-wise, how do you be able to...
It's got to be legs, but I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
how.
it has to be their legs,
But
but
their
like,
legs are the ones that are keeping them up and treading water for the most part, right?
yeah, they must just
Yeah.
do like a dolphin kick and just fly.
Because if you have the ball in your hand, it's over your head, and they're doing the little
Yeah.
like lacrosse thing
yeah,
back
they're
and forth.
jumping out of the water
Yeah.
with one hand in the air before they even jump.
I've watched the highlights. I haven't seen a complete game, and they really don't sub, right? There's
Oh,
no.
no.
No, they sub sometimes, but it's-
not
You don't
much.
notice it because the people come in they have to jump in the pool on the backside, so they come through on
Oh.
offense. It's almost like hockey switches.
Yeah, they're in like right where the goal line is, like in that other section. But
Yeah.
one of the things that I really noticed that is kind of crazy, you only get 3 fouls.
Yeah,
And they're hanging on each other the whole freaking time.
I don't
man.
understand what is a foul because they're just beating the crap
It
out of
is,
each other.
it is
all the time.
whatever the ref thinks is a foul at that moment.
But I've seen people
Because-
literally just shove someone under the water to drown them, basically.
Yeah, I've
and they
seen
don't
that.
call anything on that.
I can't remember what countries I was watching a couple nights ago, but they literally would just like blow whistle, that person's out for the rest of the game, blow whistle, that person's out for the rest of the game. And there's just all these people just jumping into the pool constantly. And the whole time I'm thinking Karl Anthony Towns couldn't do this.
Well,
No way.
He would be out within minutes.
Yeah.
He would be
Oh,
out within
fouling
minutes of
wise.
the,
Fouling, yeah.
the
Oh, okay.
contest.
I mean, endurance-wise.
I don't know
yeah,
how
no.
he swims, but I think foul-wise, there's no chance that he'd be able to handle
I
it.
have to
Even if
imagine
he was a
there's-
great swimmer, the dude is what 6'10".
7 foot. Put some respect on his name, please.
7 foot,
Maybe he's got really webbed hands. He's
maybe.
Webbed
Got that-
hands.
well,
Was
like-
he inbred?
Like, I mean, so that you could catch the water and swim like. I'm not calling
Oh
out
my
Karl Anthony Towns for
gosh.
anything.
Trevor exclusive on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Inbred.
Just the Olympics as a whole, like for the first time in 112 years, 2 Americans podiumed in the 1500 meter race, which was sweet, first and third. We had our girls wrestling gold medalist finish. I think that was today. She won gold. A weightlifting athlete, so I have a weightlifting background, and I enjoy the sport of weightlifting because there's a lot of strategy behind it. Like you have to be literally perfect in every single one of those lifts with the amount of weight they're lifting.
What's the strategy? Just
What's the
curious.
strategy?
Yeah,
So
there's a
if-
quick route to this.
Quick route. If us 3 are lifting, and Matt has the highest total of all of us at like 200 kilos, let's say.
Naturally.
We go in and say he's up at the podium and he wants to lift, and he declares, let's say, 180 kilos. I can get more rest time by declaring more kilos than him and then waiting like 3 minutes and then declaring more kilos than him. So I can play that game of like waiting out, and you can play the game of making him go if his next lift is before your lift. It's pretty interesting. It's
Sounds like
complicated.
surfing. You get priority and you just.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but we got bronze.
Have
Pick
you
your
watched?
poison.
Have you watched any surfing?
Surfing's legit.
Surfing
It's crazy.
is kind of hard for me to watch just because like
You have to watch the
half of
highlights,
the
though.
Yeah, you have to watch the highlights. The highlights are amazing, but half of the time is like, unfortunately, the water doesn't give you the waves you want.
That is true.
And it's in Tahiti. It's not in it's
It is.
Spoiler.
French
But I mean, that doesn't
Polynesia.
do anything
But-
bad for the viewing. Like,
yes, yes,
it's a
right.
great view.
But it's just very funny that like these places are selected obviously to like, you know, they put in bids and whatever, but like they're not going to be able to do all of these types of things.
No.
Like
Yeah.
Los Angeles is not going to be able to do all these types of things. Like
No.
I obviously they're on the ocean, but they're probably not going to be able to do a whole lot of stuff.
I don't know. I
They
don't know
might
what
I
they
don't
might
know
have
where
to
that-
move some stuff.
Maybe they'll throw them out in
Surfing
Hawaii
wise?
or something.
yeah.
I think there's some pretty decent spots in Southern California. I just don't know where they are, and it has to be at the right time of the year too. So I saw something about
Yeah.
that
Like
they
Hawaii is
picked.
pretty popular for the surfing stuff too, so they could just send them out that way.
They could, but they picked Tahiti because of the waves at this time of year
Mhm.
and like how the
Ah,
tide
sure.
works. So it was pretty fascinating. Sydney, am I saying this right? Sydney McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, 400-meter hurdles.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you been watching her?
Yes, I think there has been no one more that I have watched during this Olympic season that I'm like, oh, I don't think she's actually like performing at her peak. No, I think she's actually taking it pretty slow.
Yeah.
And then actually seeing like the analysis and like the time associated with her and like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and being like, oh, so she's running 22 miles per hour. Okay, I think she's running slow, but she's doing 22 miles per hour over hurdles right now. Gotcha. Okay,
At a
that makes
400
sense.
meter clip.
Yeah, at a 400-meter clip. She is amazing. She's 24 years old. She's been doing this since the Rio Olympics.
So she was 20.
That's crazy.
So no.
Rio,
she
that
was
16. She was
yeah.
16.
Or no, you. Oh yeah,
16, yeah,
yeah.
16, 20, 24.
She was a
And
teenager
so she's
at that
got
point.
one more, at least one more
She's
go
been,
probably.
she
too.
was in the Rio Olympics.
Brother, she's got to have a couple more.
She was in the Rio
Well,
Olympics.
I
I don't
think
know
she's
how
gonna
long
be able to have
track
a couple
stars. How long does your prime stick around for track
I don't know.
stars?
Those Jamaicans hang around for a long time.
Yeah, they
so
do.
I'm just assuming that she's going to be able to stand around.
Yeah, but how long do the Americans stay around?
Not a-
Because
not-
I have no idea.
Definitely not as long. Only a couple usually. But I think watching her run is like is one of the, again, it's the same thing as watching Simone Biles do gymnastics.
Oh, that's unreal.
Of like, I cannot believe somebody can actually do this.
No.
Well, it's crazy just watching her attempt her stuff because it's
Yeah.
like her difficulty rating is just insane compared to
All of
everybody
her-
else.
Through the roof.
All
Yeah.
of her moves are pretty much named after her. She's like, yeah, I'm going to make something up today.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Exactly.
It's crazy. But Sydney, 400 meter hurdles. The announcer said today in her qualifying round that if you were to take the hurdles away from the rest of the crew or the rest of the field, all those ladies put together, their PR times or their bests would not beat Sydney's best on a 400 meter hurdle.
Absolutely insane.
That's wild. Just wrap your head around that. That's crazy.
To again, to be able to have that kind of just athletic ability,
It's crazy.
it is absolutely insane that somebody can just do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, Sydney's very well known. I mean, she's someone that dominated the world championships and
Yep.
sets records and everything like that. It's just incredible to watch her run and how, except for the woman from the Netherlands, I think her name is Femke Bol, she's really the only contender against her in this hurdles race that's coming up.
Is that the girl who came from behind in the 400 meter relay, mixed relay? Did you see
And
that
won.
race? And won.
Yes.
Yeah, that was her.
The one who sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Incredible.
Before we jump into basketball talk, because we have to touch on it. If you haven't looked already, the youngest athlete overall in the Olympics, how old do you think that individual is?
16.
16. Isn't there a rule? that
Not
it
for
has to
us. Sorry, everyone.
be? Well, isn't it? There's a limit.
There's not a rule anymore.
There's probably
Really?
not a rule.
There's
for
not a
other
rule
countries.
anymore. They got rid
so
of it.
14.
11. Skateboarder
What
in
the
China.
heck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's our youngest athlete?
Probably 16.
Yep.
Isn't it the girl on the gymnastics team?
Yep. 16-year-old. I
Oh,
can't remember
yeah.
her name.
It starts with an H.
She didn't
Um,
actually. She didn't actually
Haley,
do
maybe?
anything.
Haley,
but-
someone.
She Rivera. I don't know her first name. Who's our oldest athlete? U.S.
Who's the skeet shooter? that
Oh
got
no, it's
gold
the
again?
equestrian person,
Yep.
and she won a gold at 55. I
Yep,
think.
she
and then
did.
she's now 58. I think.
Yep. 58-year-old equestrian lady won a gold.
That's
And
older than my
she
mom.
got the team
She's
gold
been
now
to
this year too.
how many
no,
Olympics did
was
they
it
say
team
she was
gold?
been to? 6 or 7 Olympics.
6 Olympics.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
equestrian, just doing horse stuff.
She was doing the jumping.
I
It was
guess you
awesome.
can kind of do that
Yeah.
for a long time.
So the equestrian side of things has the oldest average of individuals
Yeah.
as athletes.
We did get the gold right in the jumping event
Yes, I think so.
as a team at least.
Yeah, I think so.
Then Germany kicked everyone's butt for everything else probably or something.
Those damn Germans.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to a little bit of basketball. We're a little bit more familiar with that. Let's start with 3-on-3. I haven't watched a lick.
Well, it's not even worth
Let me-
talking about.
Let me say this. 3-on-3
How are we so bad?
3-on-3 in playing 3-on-3 in high school for like drills and stuff.
Oh, I love 3-on-3.
You did?
I love
I
3-on-3.
hated it.
You hated 3-on-3?
Yeah, I hated
Why?
3-on-3.
It's so like
Oh.
it's almost like playing. Did you like playing 21?
Yes. That's 1-on-1.
It's one on like 5, but
but it's you against 5.
but 3-on-3 is the same idea. It opens up the court kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you know what the people are doing on your team, I don't know.
oh,
I
well,
just
you
didn't
got to
like
play
it.
with people that you like playing with.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I liked more of a. Full.
So full
Five-
court, 5-on-5, definitely. But in half court, like 3-on-3 is fun because like you're already restricted to that part of the court. You can go ahead, Matt.
Rip it off like a Band-Aid. There it is. There it is. The volleyball.
So, I think 3-on-3 though is fun to play. But
What's your thought on the 3-on-3
not
teams
watch
for
that.
the U.S.?
I was so excited for Jimmer, and then
Did he fall apart?
He got injured. What happened to him?
Whatever was going on with his
Actually, I saw a meme. I know where you're going
yeah,
with this.
whatever was going on with his groin, I think he did still continue to play.
Did he?
But
Well, he was out for at least 1 or 2.
I just like watching this. We need continuity in basketball teams. I think that's what you need in most teams overall. And whether it's the 3-on-3 or it's like our actual teams that are playing out there, it's pretty clear that this is a jumbled mess.
Yeah.
And they don't throw it together until the very last minute.
Yeah.
And they're like, boy, I hope this works. Because watching the 3-on-3, and I caught not so much of the men's side of things, but a lot more of the women's side of things. I was curious from the women's athletes because they're really going to be able to play in the WNBA and all that kind of. They're much younger. You really need to have a trusted group.
Yeah.
A group that has played together.
Yeah.
A group that has really like done this for a little bit of time. And the 3-on-3 is fairly new.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of experience that you can come from this, but like this, like we'll trot it out with professional players, and we'll just hope that it kind of works out. Is a style that's really going to bite us in the butt, like it did for 3-on-3. But I see this as biting us in the butt in the future as well for just the regular basketball teams.
Did they make it anywhere?
Sure.
The men's team did not. The women's team got third.
Okay.
I still don't
3-on-3
understand that
got
because
third.
they like lost all. I don't remember seeing them win any pool play games. Like
They
where
lost
did
all
they-
their pool play games, and then they won in the actual
Oh, so you still qualify into
tournament
the
time.
tournament?
Yes.
Losing like okay.
Yes. It's just this approach, and I guess the 3-on-3 side of things, don't really care about it because it becomes a Jimmer Fredette, 38 years old, or like,
He's 38. What?
No.
Can't be
okay,
that old.
Jimmer Fredette plays like he's 38 years old.
Okay,
Fine.
fine.
We checked this.
He's
He's,
gonna be like
32, isn't he?
32 or 33
Okay,
or something.
he is younger than Taylor. Fine, whatever we want to say it is.
Yeah.
I just think like
LeBron's older than you. There you go.
trotting some of these guys out, trotting some of these players out. Can we not get something a little bit more organized? Like, can we not get some NBA players that are like, oh, I didn't get to make the X team, so
Throw
maybe I
Jalen
can
Brown
just try
on
this.
there after everyone complained that he wasn't on the Olympic team.
Exactly.
That's going to be
Exactly.
okay. So this reminds me of flag football that's coming to the Olympics next year.
There's no way we get our good players.
Oh, let me hold
don't-
on.
Don't bring
you
up
s-
my stuff.
Hang
again,
on.
Like,
Okay, I want to know where you're going to go with this, but
also, we have existing leagues for flag football. I wouldn't be surprised if those are the guys that go.
high level leagues.
I mean,
They're
I
all
don't know
young.
how they
They're
work.
all
I
young
think they're-
whippersnappers. Go ahead,
I
Matt.
think they're pretty popular leagues.
Jalen
You're jumping-
Hurts.
Yeah, I saw that commercial.
You saw that
Oh,
commercial?
it was
Okay.
a mean commercial.
Jalen Hurts is the ambassador to whatever this nonsense
and
is.
they're all liars.
Jalen Hurts. It's so funny to me that if Jalen Hurts is our quarterback for that we have the most running back quarterback
Okay,
ever
look.
out there playing for us.
If
Oh,
we
yeah.
It's gonna
do
be so fun.
truly
Oh, yeah.
get
It's gonna be
every
great.
single best position you could for flag football, yes, we will do really well.
And I
But
just brought up the flag football thing because
don't think it'll happen.
they're just going to throw that together next year or in 4 years. They're not. There's going to be no NFL player that's going to go try to qualify, in my opinion, for let it go, let it fly.
Yeah, so that'll be
There it
interesting
is.
because you got a QB throwing to receivers he's probably not used to,
Yeah.
and then
Football
timing's
is all
like
all
everything.
about timing.
For,
yeah, you're right, especially with those higher level players.
If
But
I
I
had,
mean, what are you going to see from other countries is also the question. Like, what are they throwing together?
exactly, because
Yeah.
they don't have quarterbacks, Trevor.
They have someone.
They're gonna have Bill that works accounting every other week.
At Costco.
Hey, maybe Bill's really
Costco.
good.
No, we're
I
gonna have
love it.
something like Daniel Jones throwing to Jamison Williams and
Yes, that sounds way more
and like
reasonable. of
Kendrick
what I expect.
Bourne, and we're gonna have like Brock Bowers as our tight end, and
Yeah.
like Zamir White as running back or something like
And
we're
that.
that's
still
assuming
gonna-
we don't choose our existing flag football.
And we're still gonna work
players who
people.
I don't know. who
Well,
they are.
also timing wise, thinking about it for like how this times
It's
out for
noise. I feel like we need a
Oh, yeah.
a second to get this plane.
If
by
we
us
haven't
here.
told you guys, yeah, we're outside tonight. It's a beautiful night. And it's about -20 in our house right now because we keep it
Okay.
frigid.
Yeah,
that plane sounded like it was right above our heads.
that was really loud.
But like, okay, so timing wise for the Olympics,
Yeah,
like
2028.
this is training camp. This is preseason for them. There's no way that they're trotting out NFL guys that actually
No.
matter.
No,
No.
There's no way that they're going to salvage that. They're going to be like, "Oh, Tyreek Hill, if you want to go ahead, you
Yeah.
can. That's perfectly fine. Go for it. That's fine.
no.
We just need you back. We just need you back before
And
like
this
the
comes
third
into where I was
preseason
saying
game.
we're gonna win. I don't know about dominate.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. We're going to win.
I said that the first time too.
But back to the basketball.
Yeah, men's basketball.
Back to men's
We going
basketball.
3 on
let's do
3?
that.
We going 5 on? Are we going?
Let's chalk 3-on-3 to just an epic
We're gonna-
failure
yeah,
for
that-
us. I
it's not
don't
fun
like
to watch.
watching it at all. I like playing 3-on-3, but yeah,
we just put Brazil in a coffin and won 123 to like 68.
And that one
That was a quarterfinal, semifinals game.
And that one gave me some hope because the other games that I've seen them play, and this is including pool play, I have seen them play, and I'm like,
Did you watch
what
the whole
is going
thing,
on
though?
with them? Yes.
I think there's bad moments, but really, like, some of the moments almost feel like we already won this, and we don't have the mindset that we need to play yet.
But we crushed them.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And like some of these other games that we had played, and honestly, the game against Serbia that we played earlier, and now
We're playing them again.
we're gonna have to
Yep.
play them again tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
in
yeah.
the game to get to gold. Listen.
Ant-Man's going to go for 40.
They're going to have to turn something up, and they're
Yeah.
going to have to actually get a lineup out there that is consistent, and they're going to have to stop this. Oh man, what if we have Joel Embiid come in for a couple minutes, and
I
what if
actually
we have
liked what
Anthony
Kerr was
Davis come in
doing.
for a
Like,
couple minutes?
play the players that are playing well together. Like, just go for it.
You have to.
Their
Yeah.
line, they're honestly, in my mind, their lineup should be Curry, Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis. Run that, and
Yeah.
no one will be able to touch you.
Just take Booker out
I
of there
agree.
and bring him off the bench right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Bring
I mean,
Drew
you could
Holiday
even-
off the bench. Bring Derek White, who I
See-
think is actually like
I think he's doing great.
He is
probably
doing
one of
good.
the best Olympic basketball players
I
out there,
think
which
Drew
is
Holiday
so funny to see.
arguably is as well.
I know, but
So honestly, I
Go
might actually
Celtics.
adjust that a little bit and actually have Derek White and Drew Holiday play quite a few minutes. And then your star players kind of switch out from each other because they're the scoring offensive players, but your other guys are your two-way players that you need.
Durant is on a mission. He's already won.
He's our scoring,
He
like,
has already
he's-
won the most
Yeah.
most points for an American in the Olympics. That dude is on a mission because watching him in some of those pool play games where he's like, I'm taking 8 shots today and I'm missing 1. And
Yeah.
and him taking the hardest shots that have ever been imagined and still sinking them over dudes. Listen, he's got to be a part of the final lineup. He has to be.
No, Oh, so we're
LeBron-
talking final lineup, not
Yes.
like starting.
No, LeBron.
Okay.
Yes, these are the dudes that we're closing with because okay, again, the team that I've always been worried about, and I brought this up many, many times before, is Germany.
Yep.
And that team is humming.
Yeah.
The Wagners, Dennis Schroeder,
So you should.
Daniel Tice. I think they got something going on
Yeah.
there.
And the only way we play him is gold, right?
Is
like
gold.
Serbia, we're playing to get to gold.
Yes.
So
Okay.
who is your team again for the closers?
I'm saying I think you need Curry out there.
Yep.
I think Anthony Edwards is out there, but I'm cool if you want to swap him with either Holiday or Derek White.
Well, Anthony Edwards is also really good at defense, so like he can do that part too.
Right. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. And
Yeah,
honestly,
no, I have no problem with that.
the
Yeah, that's a
Anthony
great
Davis,
lineup.
honestly, out of all of them, the ones that the 2 players that I would say I am not going to move on is Anthony Davis and LeBron. They've been incredible this entire Olympics. This is clearly LeBron's team, and everybody is
Yep.
getting in line behind
It's
him.
Captain America's team.
Captain Lamerica.
And it's amazing to
like
watch
that.
him play. And
Yeah.
honestly, if you are a LeBron hater, this Olympics has got to suck for you. like
Well, good thing we don't have any LeBron haters here. So
watching him bully ball people at like 40 years old, miraculous.
I do
Yeah.
appreciate how they let people play, and I like watching basketball in the Olympics better than I like watching the
love
NBA.
international basketball.
NBA
You-
needs to take a note.
You like watching them play this way, and then also penalizing Joel Embiid for the way that he plays.
I love it. Love it a lot. And I love when he pumps up the crowd and misses a three.
There's never been
Airballs it.
He has been taking so much flack from
He
everyone.
deserves it.
Getting
he is
booed,
kind of,
not playing for France,
he is a turd. That's
saying
the
he's
word
going
I'm
to
gonna
play for
use.
the USA. Like,
Well,
they're pissed over there.
the ironic thing is, especially now that France has benched Gobert in the starting lineup,
I did not know that.
they have moved him out of the starting lineup and are just having Wemby at that spot. Embiid at the power forward for France would actually be pretty incredible.
How awkward is that? though?
'Cause he can
Three
stretch the floor a little bit.
monster-sized
Yeah.
guys. What are you gonna do?
Well,
Just rotate
That's
them?
what
That's
Embiid.
it.
That's what Embiid
But
does
you
in the NBA.
but you rotate them all three. So
yeah, you
Gobert
rotate
comes
all
off.
three of them, and you still have nobody to do the rest. Like,
Right, but you can just overpower people with
but let's put it this
7-1,
way, though.
7-2
We still
players.
have. I mean, Bam might struggle. He's a little bit smaller, but like he's still good. And then you have Anthony
Yeah.
Davis, who is really good.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident in, and Bam has had a really good tournament
Bam's
too.
been great. Yeah.
But honestly, in this stretch, you just have to trust Anthony Davis.
yeah.
He has been so good, and
As long as he doesn't break, he's always amazing.
and
There you
he's-
go,
and
you
he's-
said it.
and he's been really good.
He fell down one time and didn't look like he was going to get back up.
When
I
you're
don't
7
remember
foot
what happened
1
for
or
that.
whatever, and that lanky, those guys don't fall easy.
I just think
No.
these lineups that we're putting out, and again, I know I know Steve Kerr is gonna try to mix some stuff up with
Boo.
against Serbia because Jokic is
Or you're okay. You're just saying.
Jokic is in God mode
Yeah.
right now. With I can't believe they even
So
won
you mean
that
his
game.
normal?
What did he have
Yes.
against France? Did he have like 38?
I mean you could tell me he had every single point that was ever scored, and I'd
Okay.
be like,
I
yeah,
think-
absolutely, it makes sense.
He
Yeah,
had all 90 of his cheese
Jeepers.
points. Who knows?
I just think what they're going to have to do is completely suffocate him to whatever point that he is not able to dish the ball.
Yeah.
But we do have the players for that.
Not Embiid.
No, Bam and Anthony Davis.
So this might be a situation where LeBron is point guard and
Yeah.
Drew or Derek White is the two.
Well, that's one of the flexible things we have
Durant's
right now.
three, and Bam and Anthony Davis are going to have to play like the full game.
This team, you can run really big, and we have some bigs that can, or like bigger players that can bring up the ball.
And I hope so. But again, this team definitely much more than the 2020 team that we took to Tokyo. A lot more faith in them
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
able to get this done, and especially
They're
the
a lot
FIBA.
deeper for sure.
Especially looking at the FIBA lineup that they put out last year. I just like no more nonsense with switching the lineups up. Sorry to Tyrese Halliburton for
He's a spot filler.
only getting to play 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
buddy, you should not be there in the first place.
Yeah.
So focus on these lineups. Let the old men go. Keep Anthony Edwards in it.
Halliburton will be there in 4 years, though. Like, I think he'll
I hope
develop
so.
enough to be there in 4 years.
Kind of have a drop off this last season, but I hope he bounces back quite a bit.
No, yeah.
You don't think he will, or you're
I'm not much of a Halliburton fan, but
Oh, you're not a fan.
Who's winning
Yeah.
tomorrow?
U.S. Yeah.
By how much? I don't. I didn't even look at the spread.
Again, if they're gonna actually throw a lineup out there and not mess around for a quarter or two,
Yeah.
I would say 25 easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
How
gonna
much
say
did we
because
win by in pool play?
Oh, not much.
15.
I thought we won by. I thought it was close to 15 to
We
18
were
by
in
the end of the
double
game.
digits.
By the end of the game.
Yeah,
it
by
was.
the-
So
by
18 is
end.
what I was going to throw out because they are going to do a little bit of what you just said they shouldn't do. So I'm thinking 18 is where we're going to hit.
Yeah,
Beat it by 18 again.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
depends
15
on
to 18.
how many Devin Booker controlling the offense minutes are we getting. If we're getting 7 minutes of that, we're only winning by about 10.
That's 3/4 of a quarter.
That's my Devin Booker rant for tonight.
Yeah.
He's
pretty
not
good.
he's not a point guard,
No.
so he should really stop acting like it.
Oh man. Quick thoughts. So gold medal bonuses are different for each country. The United States is, I didn't know it was sport specific, but they get what, 35, 37 grand-ish?
Something like that. Yeah.
Should.
But, I mean, do most of these people... Or, sorry, finish your question.
No, you're
first.
good. You're good.
Finish your
And that's
question.
just gold, right? That's not bronze or
That's
silver.
metal.
That's a
That's
metal.
metal, yeah.
Oh,
I believe that's
it
metal.
is.
I don't know if it changes which medal you get or not.
Gotcha.
I've
Because
never
like
seen that.
Hong Kong, Singapore, Indonesia, Israel, Kazakhstan, and Malaysia are all the top 6, with Hong Kong being at $768,000, which is crazy. Is that metal too, or is that gold?
It was really, really hard to tell.
And I couldn't tell
Yeah.
when I was looking it up either.
It seemed like it was just general.
Wow.
But then there's also like track and field has their own kind of like level that
Do
they
they?
give out, and like there's boxing that has its own
So it's
level.
maybe like
and
an
there's like
average or something.
I think something like that. Yeah.
Should some of the American athletes be getting more than 37,000?
I don't think
Per
it
medal.
matters. I think most of the people that medal are going to get a sponsorship of some sort. So like,
But let's
sure,
say that,
we're not
that-
giving them very much for a medal. Well,
Let's say
I
that
mean, 30. I would love to have $30,000
Yeah.
just randomly for
So-
winning an event, but
So let's say that female wrestler though, who's sponsoring that?
Nobody.
No one. But
Yeah,
who
maybe.
knows? $37,000 for her is just maybe a nice bonus. Who knows if she's still in college? Who knows if she's working? I don't know.
That's a year's salary.
That's Let's
Yeah.
say the 2 U.S. shooters that you were talking about, the pupil and the apprentice or whatever the heck.
Hancock and
That went.
Henry Prince.
Yeah,
or
that
something
went
like
gold
that.
silver.
That was awesome.
Is Remington giving them a sponsorship?
Maybe. I mean,
don't know.
like they could be small sponsorships,
And again-
like that they just make.
Yeah.
Like that crowd gets into
Yeah.
it.
And again,
It doesn't have to be a huge
I don't know.
one.
I just thought coming from a country where we put so much into these sports
Hold
in
on.
general. Go.
Define we. Like this is basically just these leagues like getting a ton of money because the entertainment business is huge.
That's what I mean. So the
And then
entertainment
so they're
business,
hogging all this money. Like,
But
it
the
has nothing
entertainment
to do with,
business
like,
leads
the
to
US giving them anything.
the media, and the media is
But that'd be like saying like if the NFL was paying out their like, or sorry, not the NFL, NBA would be a better example. Like if the NBA offered to give some of the basketball players money if they won or something,
And who
because they're the
knows?
ones holding the money. It's not like the U.S. has any say in like
But
how much
we
money
are-
the NBA and NFL have.
the country itself is just rich as hell. Would it make other athletes work harder to try to make the Olympics if there are higher payouts? Because that's what they do every 4 years, is what I'm trying to get to.
No.
These people want it
No.
for pride.
I do think and this, I mean, at a larger discussion for like if you look at college athletics for like NIL stuff, if you're selling my name and you're profiting off of my name, 1,000%, I better get a cut of that.
Yeah.
We send a lot of people to the Olympics, and I'm not entirely sure after some very basic research how this money is getting pooled together from the American
Did you
side
look
of
into
things.
it a little bit more?
Yeah.
I did my very best,
Yeah.
and I could not get a clear answer
See,
of
that's-
how this comes out
that
of my
was my-
taxes.
Point of like
It just came
the
up.
U.S. Where would you pay them from? Like you'd
Yeah.
basically have to have someone backing it. So like that's
Yeah.
why Flavor Flav, for example, he's
Snoopy
backing.
Doggy.
There's a lot of people coming out now.
Yeah.
Who is the other one that wants to back up a team? Oh, it's
Shannon.
rugby.
Yes, the woman who
the
wants
wo-
to give $4 million
She-
over
yeah, I
the
don't know
next
who it was,
Something
but
King.
4 years.
Something
yeah.
King. I
So
can't
those
remember.
kind of things
Yeah.
can come up, but like
Yeah.
there's no. The U.S. itself has nothing to do with paying these
Yeah.
people.
Shannon
Like,
Sharp and
it's got to
Ocho
be these
Cinco said they're gonna-
organizations or people.
Give money.
But I was
to
actually talking to your
people.
dad about this at volleyball last Thursday.
Okay.
Yes.
Weird.
Oh, what did Larry have to say?
We got a Larry drop. Talking about like I didn't realize you could just like give money to this kind of stuff. Like honestly, I
You're gonna
probably
donate now?
would. I probably would. I would probably give.
Where are you
honestly,
putting your first paycheck?
Taco Bell's going to start asking you, do you want to round up so that our women's rugby team can actually be champions? And
Hey, I know you got 3 sad beefy 5-layer burritos and a Baja Blast. Do you want to round that baby up to $28 so that
Oh my gosh.
so that Simone Biles can go to the Olympics next year?
Are you going to say no to that, though? No, I'm just kidding.
No way, I wouldn't say no to that. I would absolutely be like, yeah,
You're like,
go ahead and round up my
Here's
20
100,
cents.
yeah.
Hong Kong 768,000, Singapore 745,000, Indonesia 300.
745,000?
Yeah,
Have they won any?
I don't know. Singapore,
That person.
I have no clue.
Making it.
Indonesia 300,000, Israel 271,000, Kazakhstan 250,000 plus an apartment. Wow, Malaysia 216,000 and a car.
But are these also like equivalent to like the ratio of like how expensive is it to live in these places, and like how much are they making compared to like the?
This is in American dollars.
So it's going to be a lot of money
Yeah.
for these people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
ton of money.
Yeah.
That's life changing money
Yeah,
over there.
that's-
Well, that's life changing money
Yeah.
here too.
Well, I just mean
probably.
like, for example, if Singapore had like all your houses cost $2 million, then it'd be more than
Kazakhstan
that. For
right now is
700,000 to not be
28th.
relevant,
Is
but
the 28th country. They have 7 total medals right now. 1 gold, 3 silver, and 3 bronze.
That's a lot of apartments.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of apartments. What were some of
they
the other
now own
ones?
the whole neighborhood.
I mean that's probably honestly what it actually is they bought an apartment building and they're like, well, however many we can fill in here, I guess we'll just fill them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
no,
wild.
I mean I think just
It's crazy. That just popped in my head one day. I'm like, man, $37,000 is it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. If they just give me a check for $37,000,
But for
that's a lot
athletes
of
of
money.
what we're used to, it's very small.
yes,
Yeah.
we're in a
'Cause
country
people,
where
like-
those athletes are making just
Yeah.
absolutely
Like these role
ridiculous
players
money.
are making contracts where they make that in a,
like Scotty
almost a year.
Scheffler golf, and then we can get on to our last little portion. Scotty
He
Scheffler,
won it, right?
Yeah, he won it. He
Yeah.
was 4 shots
Who was
back. Tommy Fleetwood from Great Britain.
Okay.
And then
not the poor guy from South Korea that has to do mandatory military
yeah,
service now.
he said he got it delayed until 2035.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
him. Good for him.
And that kid's young, Tom Kim. He's a very good young Korean golfer. Like that would oh man, that
So if he got delayed, can he like now if he wins in 4 years?
I don't know how that works. Maybe if he podiums or something.
It's very fascinating the South Korean military system.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow K-pop at all.
Not
any
a
of
lot,
those,
but
like,
Don't follow that. Hang on,
Okay.
because the K-pop like singers and stuff.
Yeah.
All those guys had to do mandatory.
they have to do it.
yeah.
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 So is that why they're not like coming out with music right now?
Yeah.
Nice. See, I know my stuff a little bit.
I did
Just a
yeah,
little.
I heard about that, but I don't follow anything else. other
But
than
it
hearing that.
was funny because like
The
Scotty-
music is garbage, but it's fascinating to see how they have to live their lives.
Scotty Scheffler won gold after being down a lot, and he's been on an absolute tear this year.
Sorry,
Like,
you were saying it earlier, but what was he down by?
4 strokes
4
going into the
strokes,
final
okay.
round, and John Rahm had an absolute meltdown on the back 9. Literally blew up, lost it. They were saying
Ouch.
it's one of the worst performances on the back 9 in like golf history. I'm like, oh, that's bold, but that's okay.
They've never seen me on a golf
Yeah.
course.
They haven't seen us 3. 37 grand to him right now. I think he's won like a total of like $35 million this year with all his like.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
That's
That's going straight into his newborn baby's kid fun, and it's just going to be college fun.
That's college
If
fun.
even, he might have even blown it the first night after. Like,
You
why
never
not?
know. You never know. That's wild. That's
All right.
wild. All right, you guys
Hit
ready
us.
for some rapid fire trivia / rapid?
Oh, probably not,
questions?
but let's hear it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. First question: where was the first Olympics?
Greece.
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 Okay.
What do the 5 rings stand for?
Purity.
There's
Can't
5
remember.
rings. They're all different colors. What do they stand for?
I cannot remember.
5 continents. Can you name them?
Stop it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
The continents.
They're struggling right now. They're
So
struggling.
Europe, Asia, North America, South America, Antarctica.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
Africa.
so.
I forgot Africa.
I don't think so. I know. Oh, Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm guessing Antarctica is not included in it since
There's more than
no one
5
from-
continents.
That is
yeah,
true.
that's why I'm confused right now. Like,
That's all right. How many
And then
billions
there's
of
Australia.
dollars is the Paris Olympics bringing to the city?
Billions?
Yeah.
No, stop.
sorry,
that.
I gotta correct myself here. Like,
It's
is
got.
there actually 5 that are competing in it? Yeah, so it'd be North America, South America, Asia, Europe, and Australia. Africa. I keep forgetting that
Africa.
one.
Why you keep
Africa.
leaving that out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as revenue generated,
Yeah.
I guess I would say 2 billion.
$3 billion is going to run through Paris in 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's
and,
wild.
Wow.
and it's going to cost them 2 to put it on.
Is it? Do you know the
Probably.
price on that?
I have no idea.
Come on, you're
probably
supposed to
not
know these
wrong.
things.
It seems insane, infrastructure-wise.
Yeah, but I mean, spending 2 to make 3 and get a lot of popularity, why not?
What new sports were introduced to the Olympics this year?
Breakdancing.
Yes.
Was trampoline new, or was that
Trampoline was not new.
the kayak crossing was?
I didn't have that one. Did they sample that in last year? Or not last year, last Olympics?
Maybe.
Yeah, breakdancing, brand new. Have you watched that?
No, I haven't even known when it's on.
I don't either.
I want to watch it though.
I think it's on pretty early.
Okay.
I don't know if it's still going or if I'm guessing they haven't finished.
They
yet.
don't have it in prime time though.
No.
They don't
No.
ever put it in like the evening
Well, you got
stuff.
Peacock. Just go watch the
I
replays.
know, I could.
Didn't
How
you
many
watch those
sports
race
are at the
walkers?
Olympics?
How many sports?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's go with 24.
32. And
Way off.
869 events. How many tickets were sold to this year's Olympics, you think?
One of those track races was like 50,000 or 70,000 by
So
themselves.
750,000.
No, I'm gonna go with 1.5 million.
13 million tickets
Way off.
were available. How many times have Paris hosted the Olympics?
3.
Nice. Did
I
you
actually
you
knew-
actually
I
know
actually-
that?
Did you know that one?
That's
I actually
really
knew that
quick.
one. Yes.
What state has the most athletes competing?
California?
Yeah. What's the second one?
New York.
No.
Texas.
Florida.
Florida. What's the third one?
All these beach places. You
I
gotta
think-
find another
yeah,
beach.
I'm thinking big places. It's not Texas. Arizona?
It is Texas.
Oh, it is Texas.
And then
Okay.
Illinois and Pennsylvania are fourth and fifth with 27 athletes.
I think Illinois and Pennsylvania, I think useless states. So I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
I would
Okay.
I would agree with Illinois. Never been to Pennsylvania, so I can't really say anything about that. We already talked about the youngest athlete in the Olympics this year, which is an 11-year-old skateboarder from China. Pretty wild. Gold medals were not awarded originally. What was awarded first?
Coupons.
coupons in the very first Olympics or whatever. Just giving out
Olive
coupons.
wreaths.
Enjoy $5 off your next turkey.
Yo.
Olive wreaths around their head. Who's the most decorated American athlete?
Michael Phelps.
How many medals does he have?
29.
Across how many Olympics?
4.
Including how many gold medals?
I'm not right on any of these.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Am I really?
Those are
you
all
didn't
right.
get one wrong yet.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's why
gosh.
I thought you just
okay,
knew them.
hold on. What was the last question?
Okay, so you had American swimmer Michael Phelps. You had 29 total medals. You had across 4 Olympics, including how many gold medals?
12. 11.
A little higher, buddy.
13.
A lot higher.
16.
A lot higher.
18.
Nope. Keep
20.
going. You're close.
19.
Nope.
22.
23.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Yeah, 23 of it. How many did you say?
23
he
of
had?
his 29 are
Oh.
golds.
Goat.
We need him
Yeah.
back. Like,
The
just come
dude-
back.
Go.
The
Just come do
dude
it again.
Yeah,
Come
like,
do it
is
again, brother.
Absolutely.
I feel like when he was talking to Snoop Dogg,
Unreal.
he sounded like he might. I know it's fake, but like.
All right,
Seriously
last
sounded
one.
like it.
Actually, 2 more. Who has the most medals right now for the U.S.?
Like this year.
I will say this: there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swimmers and 1 gymnast.
So it's the
Ledecky?
gym- No, it's
Ledecky has
4.
Simone Biles.
4
has the
total.
most for us right now.
Simone
This year.
Biles has 4 total. Swimmers Tori Husk and Reagan Smith are tied at 5 medals apiece.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
What do they have it in then? Like
I know.
They got a couple
Tori
relays.
Husk has one in the.
It's gold. Yeah.
They got a couple relays.
One individual one and 2 relays. But then what else does she have that gets her to 5?
She was in multiple relays, so I think she won a
But
couple.
only 2, I think, right?
Couple individual then.
And then a few individual.
Yeah.
She upset her teammate on the butterfly.
Yep.
Or was that the free? That was the butterfly.
That was the gold medal that
Yep.
she got. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Who was the other swimmer?
Reagan Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And then Katie Douglas, Katie Ledecky, and Gretchen Welch have 4, along with Simone Biles.
But Ledecky also has one that she won by like 10
Yeah,
points.
crushed it.
Yeah.
5-7
Where are the Olympics
seconds
being
or
held
something.
next year? Or in 4 years?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, baby.
Los Angeles. And that is episode 8 of the podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We've been outside all night. It's been a beautiful night. We'll see if we can get the crickets out of the background. But if we can't, then enjoy it. Tune in, Spotify, Apple Music, Audible, iHeart, Pandora. We're on now. We're on a lot of places. So thank you. If you have any comments, let us know. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.